Oh, you're not working today? That's cool. And you miss talking to everybody. Well, looks like we have a few folks on, so we'll wait for a few more minutes. My original thought was I'd use these beautiful, Heather says they're silver lake lace jasper pieces that she sent to me. There's two smallers and a larger here. And I'd originally thought I'd use those, but I was going to use black with them. Then I realized there's more brown, so I'm going to have to find some more brown pieces to put with them. And so we'll see how that works. But now it's doing this again. It had the comments on a second ago, but now it's got ads up the side. I don't understand that. Let's see if I can get the comments back. Weird. I don't know what it's doing. I hope it doesn't play this stunt again today that it was doing yesterday, because it was driving me sort of nuts. It actually shut off on me, which really surprised me. But um, and then I had to do the comments on the hi Beth on the on the phone again, which was very unhandy because I kept accidentally hitting something and shutting out off the stream. Had to restart it. It was a pain. So see if we can. It was funny because the comments were there just a second ago and then they disappeared. I don't understand why it does that. I mean, they were there, then they're gone. They're there, they're gone. Hey, Kimberly, how's it going? I don't want to keep accidentally turning the stream off again like I did yesterday to watch the comments and the tablets being weird for some reason. It's very strange. But well, I may just have to do them on the phone because they don't want to come. Oh, here in the push for sales tax compliance. Ick. Hey, Marianne. Huh. It's weird going on. It's very strange because, like I said, um, when I first started it, the comments were there. I mean, I saw the comment that Cindy made before I even started up. So it was weird that that they're that they went off. I don't understand it, and I don't know how to get them back. So I don't know. we'll see what we can do. Anyway, like I said, I was originally planning on making a necklace with these, with the big pendant in the middle, and then some beads and these these two smaller ones on either side. But I had thought black, and then as I studied these beads, I realized it's more brown than black, so I need to see if I can find some beads that I like to go with them. So in the meantime, I will set them aside until I'm ready to work with them. And we'll work on a leather bracelet using my Golem beads. I'm going to turn down and show you my Golem beads. I found a ton of them, and so that's really cool. And I'm really thrilled by that fact. Still trying to figure out why I have ads for the next few videos down the side of my tablet as opposed to the chat, which it weirds me out. Hey, Beth. So let's turn down, and I'm going to have to just watch on try and watch the chat on the phone again. Yeah, it is a golden find. And hopefully I can not knock the stream off a couple of times like I did yesterday, which was pretty upsetting because it's like, why? Why are you going off? I don't understand. So hey, Mary. So anyway, this is my box that I put my Golem beads in. I also have a fairy bottle in here. It's so cute. See, fairy bottle. So we need to make a necklace out of this before the fairy festival, but the fairy festival isn't till August, though I could make it for the Beltane festival also. But as you can see on my pretty Golem beads, I have pairs of most everything. This one I have 3 of. These 2 are singles. These are singles because I had made a double strand bracelet out of this one when I first got these. So which was pretty, but and this one is more Christmassy because it's a poinsettia. So, and over here, these are smaller ones. These are, they're regular big size. And these ones are smaller ones. And I have a whole bunch of them, like 5 of them. For some reason, I was thinking I had 6, but there's only 5 in there. But these ones remind me of gingerbread houses. So I think these are more Christmassy. Come on, there we go. So we're not going to use which one of these I want to use, because as soon as I use one of these, actually, the last leather bracelet I made was using this button, so I obviously had 3 of them, though this is some of the new ones I just found. So, but I'm thinking we'll use this guy. I don't know why I got 2 of everything. I maybe was thinking that I could make some earrings out of them, but in order to make earrings, you're going to have to do something to plug that hole up because it's a big hole. So I'm thinking, since I have 3 of these, see there, this side and this side's a little different, that we'll use this one today. Though we could also make them into a necklace instead of a bracelet if we chose, because I've just never done that, because being a round bead, it can flip over to the other side. Though actually the other sides of these are really pretty, so it probably wouldn't make much difference if they flipped or not. Golem beads are the company is called Golem Beads. It's they're handmade and hand painted, from my understanding. Beads made in Bulgaria. I don't know his last name. His first name is Vlad, but they're really, really pretty. So I was thinking I'd use this because, like I said, it's a 3 instead of just, one of. So it's not these won't become singular beads as soon as I use one, whereas the other 3 sets would. But darn, they're pretty anyway. So, but they are two-sided. So if you put them on a necklace, it really wouldn't make much difference if they flipped, because see, it's two-sided, same thing, side, back and front. Though this one is a little different back and front. See, this is the flower here, and you flip it, and it's like a bud over here. So some of them have slightly different on the other side, but most of them are exactly alike on the other side. So they're a lot of fun, though. They're very pretty. Come here, you. Are you the same on both? Nope, it's slightly different because, see, this is a full flower with a little green bud, whereas this one is the full open flower, and its bud has started to open just a little bit. See, it's orangey right there, so that's cool. But most of them are the same on both sides, so they're really neat. They're also pretty darn expensive. I got these, I'm pretty sure, on a live sale at Softflex years ago. And this one was $5.13. A lot of times they're like $8 a piece for these. And I'd have to look up their price right now to see for sure what they are, but I think they're about $8 a piece right now for this size. This smaller size is probably a little less, but we're not going to work with this smaller size right now. So I think I'm going to use this bead here. And I got some other large hole beads that we could use. These are my ceramic ones. And I have some large hole here in this purpley color, which I thought might go all right with this. And I have some in this brownish color. Now, this brownish color actually matches this inner circle of our flower here pretty good. So that might be the more of a way to go. Though I also do like the purple. I don't want to use these because they're so candy striped that they look more like a Christmas bead. We got black, green, dark blue, light blue, yellow, and over here we have red and orange. But like I say, they're more of a candy stripe, so I don't really want to use them. Hey, Georgina. So anyway, yeah, these are a lot of fun. I have a lot of really pretty pieces in here. The Golem beads are, I think, like I said, I got them in a live sale from Softflex quite a few years ago and forgot I had them until I was organizing and found that whole bunch in there, and I was like, whoa. It was sort of like, oh, excuse me, where do you come from? But so we could make this into a leather bracelet. or we could make it actually into a necklace if we wanted to do both, because we could do a leather, because like I say, when this flips, it's still got a pretty pattern on the other side. It's not just a solid pattern that's not going to be pretty to whoever you're looking at. You know, I'm wondering if I can get you guys up just a touch without making you go giant there. Oh, there, that worked pretty good. So we have these. And then I also brought over my other large hole beads that I have in some gemstones. No, I don't think I want to use these. These are fossil jasper. Those actually would work really well probably with my pendant pieces. I never hadn't thought about that, but they probably would. Let's see. I have some large hole amethyst here, but I think it's amethyst is too purple, even though this is pinky and it'll go in. I think it's just going to be too purple. And what is my other large hole stuff here? Oh, this is boulder opal. Come on, you. Open up. And I believe this is jasper. Now these actually might work a little bit. Because even though they're a gemstone, the coloration is working with that, with the flower, I think, as long as I don't go for the two red ones. The pinky color, though, works, I think, all right. Now that might end up being longer than I want it to be. But it might work. So let's put these back aside. Though we'll keep them handy in case I need some more or want to put them back. And we need to get some spacers now and the leather. And then we're going to decide if we're making a necklace or a bracelet. When you want some of the leather to show, or why bother? I do, but not large hole. This is true, Georgina. Organizing is like opening Christmas or birthday gifts, because I keep finding things that I'm going, whoa, I didn't know I bought that. You're all thinking necklace? But like I said, I do have some aventurine, but I don't have large hole. And yeah, you're right. It would be real pretty with the green, like a green jade or the green aventurine, if I had some large hole. Actually, wait a few seconds, guys. Let's see if I can find something. Sorry about that, but I had some. Pretty sure everything in this baggie is large hole. I haven't got them put away yet. I got them from Dakota Stones when I was looking for some large hole stuff. And amongst them is large hole aventurine. So this is large hole fossil coral, and this is little beads that are large hole, and I actually think the hole might be bigger in these than these. We'll have to see if these will fit on leather, but we can put some of the green. There's a couple of greens in here, or if these will fit, this would be perfect. Obviously, we don't want the fossil coral, but I've even priced these out. Oh, because I've used some of them, this cordis. So maybe instead of these guys, we should put in some of the green aventurine. Wait, come back here, you. Let's get a good size hole. It should work. Oh, I like that better. It makes it much lighter and springy, doesn't it? So let's put these back in their box so we don't get them lost. When I've been organizing them, as you can see, this says brown gemstones and it says opal and jasper because these are boulder opal. This is green opal, but most of these are jaspers. And if you look, here, I'll open it back up so you can see it better. When I do organize them, I'll put the price per bead, but then right here, okay, I don't know if you can see it. Let's see if I can get it back just a little bit further. I have wrote LH, so that's large hole. So that helps me know and not have to search and pick up every bead and go, oh, is this large hole, this regular hole? What hole is got a, what size hole is this? So that works. That works. I like that. Could even actually put the green here, and I think I like it better the other way. I like that. So now I need to get some of my larger hole spacers, and we can put this together, and then we can decide, are we going to make this into a bracelet or a necklace? And quite frankly, if I wanted to, if we have time, we could get out the beads, and since there is three of these, we could get out the beads and make both if we have time. But yeah. Yes, Marianne, you are good for something. Thank you. So, like I said, I got to find some large hole spacers. If I remember right, I only have 3 of these left, but if I remember right, have some in my spacers, and I think that that, like I said, if I remember right, these silver ones will go on here. Though I don't know, I'm debating if I want to try and find some gold. I think the gold might look good because of this creamy yellow background on these. But I know I have my leather. I'm going with the brown leather. Oh, it's right here beside me. Where'd I put it? I had it just yesterday. Here it is. Figured out the pricing on this yesterday because it's in meters on the bag instead of feet. So I figured out the feet to this. So I'm really ticked at my tablet for turning my... You think the green should go next to the golem bead? Maybe like this. Though I do have to get some spacers. Oh, but yeah, that goes on there perfect. No problem whatsoever. So I do need to get some spacers. And like I said, I'm leaning towards gold due to the fact of the creamy background here on this particular piece. And see if I can easily find some gold that will work. Let's see if these washer spacers will go on the leather. They have a relatively good sized hole. Oh, yeah, they will. Start with this one. Now the thing is, those big crimp covers that I use to I'll put two right here, that I use to stop the beads from rolling around, I only have in silver, I think, which could be a pain in the rear. Oh, and I only have my end cords in. Oh no, I think I found some gold ones the other day. I'll have to see if I can still find them. Now see, there's where I would like a ball spacer, because there's that little gap right there. And the ball spacer would look cool, would look good in there. It would go into the hole some, but it's not a necessity. And I don't know if I have any ball spacers in gold that are big enough to fit the leather. I'd have to discover. I have lots of these wonderful washer spacers though. So need to find some large hole bead caps. Wouldn't that look cool on those big ceramic beads? A large hole bead cap. So there we go. We got her strung. Isn't that pretty? Now, I don't want to try and put a bead stopper on my leather, because it makes for it tends to damage it, you know. So let's push these all together. So definitely there'd be some leather showing if we leave this as a bracelet. And like I say, we could get just these exact same beads and just put it on a longer strand for for a necklace. But think that you'd wear that every day as a bracelet, Marianne? Or, oh, Cindy, I should say. I don't like knots. I know a lot of people do, but I'm not because I think they get too big and bulky. Here, I'll show you what I mean. It might be all right, but oh, it's not too bad. But I don't want it to overpower the beads either, so. But it's not too bad. We could do a knot, I think. You're right. Now I have to get my knot back out because it's not where I want it. Of course, I just knotted it wherever. And I don't want to lose a lot of my leather. I love this leather. I should see if Sam's has more of it. It was a big, good-sized spool, 10-meter spool for $8, so it wasn't bad as far as price was concerned. And I really love this color. This color is so pretty, the brown color. But the knot might work. I have to think about it. But are we do we want to make this into a bracelet or into a necklace, or should we get the identical set of beads out and make both? Oh, you're thinking a knot here? No, I don't want a knot there. Sorry, I don't. Hey, Heather. Oh, the ball spacer I meant would not fall inside because it's bigger than, I'll show you. With the silver one, see how big these are? They won't fall inside, but they would start to curve into there. But I think it's all right with just the straight piece there. And I have some I may have some larger crimp beads. The biggest problem is I think my large crimp beads, instead of being gold, are bronze. If I can even find them, because I've been, they were sitting right here beside me. But since I've been moving everything all over the place until I get everything really situated, some things are not where I think they should be. So it's one of those kind of half a dozen, and 6 other things. Organizing is wonderful until you can't find what you're looking for because you put it somewhere else other than where it always used to be. You guys want to see something else fun I found the other day? I found this little organza bag and I dumped these beads out, and they're actually, oh, they're either clay or they're, something like that, but they're so cool looking. This one's hole is across the top, but I think this one goes through, though it looks like it got poked wrong at first and it's over here. There's a hole over there, so I'd probably want to put some glue or something in that to fill that little bit. This one again starts here and goes here instead of straight across, which is a bit of a pain in the rear, but again, this one doesn't go straight across, it comes out there. This one's fun. I thought its hole was across the top, but where is it? I know it's not a cabochon. I don't find its hole. May have to drill a hole in it myself if I don't find its hole. Maybe it doesn't have a hole. I would have swore it was another one of these like this with the hole up towards the top here. But they're cool looking. Not sure where I got these at. Keep finding things that I'm not sure where I got them at. Some of them I remember, like the Golem Beads. I got those at 2 different live sales from Soft Life. But this piece I got from Randy. Pendant for a necklace. I decided to get something made. All these treasures I keep finding. Treasures are wonderful things, but not if I can't find all the treasures. They're too small. Even looking for other things, I find other things again. It's like, oh, I thought I picked all this stuff up, but I guess I didn't. Like these. Look at these cool bead caps. These would make good beaded tassel. I may have to do that with those. But I am not finding the bronze, big bronze, unfortunately, the big bronze crimp tubes. I did find some more of these little coffee cups. They're cute. I was going to make this into something, bookmark or something, I think. And that's why it's sitting over here. But, oh well, not finding what I want. So, I may just use the knotted method. But I know I'm not very with it today as far as getting things together. The light aqua swirl one. The Golem bead, you mean? The big aqua swirl? Let me get them back out and look at them. Oh, I'll probably sell them because I don't wear a lot of bracelets and things. Sometimes I do, but not that often. Let's see. Aqua Swirl. Which ones are you talking about, Heather? You're talking about one of the Golem beads? This one? Or are you thinking this one? Oh, you mean the big resin one. So which one of these were you thinking? These aren't Golem beads, no. You want the bead. Oh, I have some coffee bean beads, Cindy. These are not Golem beads, no. These are resin, or like Sculpey or some such thing that somebody made and gave to me. This guy? This one here? Or are you talking this one, the blue and green? This one. I'd have to decide on a price. Like I said, these were given to me. I don't know. I'm pretty sure because I don't remember buying these ones. So, the hole's sort of wonky because it goes here. Let me see if I can find a wire here. See where it comes out here? So it's not quite straight. I mean, you could still do something with it, obviously, but it's not got a giant hole. It's a regular size hole. This one is the one you're thinking of, though, right? If I hadn't already sent your mug, I'd just send it to you because, like I said, I don't think I paid for these. I think these were given to me. And I think somebody was experimenting and just gave them to me. So, but yeah, if I hadn't already sent your mug, I'd just stick it in it and give it to you. Yeah, that's not a problem. I don't care. So anyway, I'm not finding my bronze. I probably put them away because you know how that goes. Oh, I'll just put it away. I'll be able to find it. Not till I get everything situated properly. Obviously, I won't be able to find it. But organizing is good, but sometimes it really doesn't help you. You know you saw it, but where did you end up putting it when after you saw it, you know? But we might have to knot them at the ends. And if I'm going to knot them, I'll probably put another spacer here. And I think we are going to make this into a bracelet right now, and then we can decide if we want to. Though frankly, if I do find the bronze crimp tubes, I can still add them, because let's face it, these are they go over them. And I think we'll cut this to, well, since I like to make my bracelets about the normal 7 inches, but we have to put caps on, and then but then of course these beads are going to make for a larger. So actually, take our sparkly bracelet off of here. And this, it would be about right. Beads go over that way. I want to cut it probably at 7¼ maybe. So go that way. I cut it about right here. Though if we put a knot in it, I have to have more, but I'm thinking I'm not going to put a knot in it. I'm going to find my freaking dang big. Those that are irritating me because I can't find them. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to cut this right here. Now see, that's 9 inches. And if it's actually really 7¼ that's way bigger than you would expect it to be. I'll probably cut a little bit off, but we'll see what I decide to do. I may just let it sit after I get the end caps on and the hardware until I order some bigger crimp tubes that are the right size for this. See, I still even have it a little bigger than I want it, because that's going to be about 7½. I don't need it that big, so we're going to probably cut one side off just a teeny bit. In fact, I know I'm going to cut one side off just a teeny bit because it's going to be too long. And my end caps are silver, but I saw some gold the other day. But I seem to remember where those ones were at, though, so easier to find. So of course I say I know exactly where they're at, but then when I go to find them, I'm not seeing them right away. So I guess we're gonna dump a few things. Ooh, there's some more leather cord. Oh, it's suede lace. Well, that one is. This is black. Well, I'm not sure it's going to be in this one. Most of these are bindings. Bead caps. What are those doing in there? They shouldn't be in there. They should be at the spacers. Chain shouldn't be in here either. Well. I have things sort of half separated out so that I can find their home easily, but I'm finding things in this bag that I didn't think was in here. Oh, actually, I guess it's mostly chain and bracelet pieces. So maybe I do have it where I wanted it, but obviously not what I wanted, because I'm not seeing end caps. There's some extender chains. More extender chain. There's some end caps, but those are not the ones we want. It's really funny because I was looking for something else yesterday and I saw gold end caps just like these that I had gotten from Auntie's Beads in one of these packages. And it's like, okay, so where are they now? Okay. I don't think they're going to be in this one. The more I look, the more it looks like it's more like charms and stuff like that in here. There's some fishy and some snakes. Well, heck. I may have to do the endings later because I'm not finding them. Which weirds me out, like I said, because I know I had them yesterday, and I don't think I put them in any of my boxes. This is a little apple. This is all silver stuff. I don't know why I got it in this bag at all, even. I've been separating things out by metal color so that when I put them away in boxes, I can ascertain where they're at easier. But obviously it's not doing a lot of good right now. Because I'm not finding, we're doing an unboxing. Yeah, I guess we are. Hey, Leanna. Sam is starting one of his sales. I bought like $150 worth of stuff on Sam's sale yesterday, which was naughty of me because I keep telling myself, stop it. You know that you'll go to the bead stores when you're down at the beach. You need to stop purchasing so much stuff that, you know, you don't have any money for down at the beach, because you always buy stuff down at the beach. But does it stop me? Unfortunately, no. Because I still find stuff and go, ooh, look, pretty. I have to have that pretty. Ooh, I think I just saw him. Come here, you. Except for these might be too big. I think these are for 2.5, but we'll check. Forgot I had this stuff. Large hole beads. Oh, there's, oh, this is some of this stuff I found on my table, on my rolling cart the other day, because I see, oh, there's the smaller ones, so we'll see which ones fit. I found a little bag of spirit bears and suns. So I was like, ooh, cool. I love those. Those work really good for some things. So, gold-plated leather crimp ends, 9.3 by 3.4. This one doesn't have a size. 10.2 by 4.5. These look a little too big. These ones look like they're a little too small. Let's check them out. Oh, those feel a little too big. They don't feel snug. Though they still might be what we have to use with a little glue and a pinch down. Weirdly enough, that one looks a little smaller than this one. But let's check these. These are probably for 1.5 though. And this is 2. So let's check you here. Oh, I is wrong. It goes on. Excellent. So we'll use this set since they fit quite nicely. These are slightly bigger. I will have to get some new ones. Actually, where do I want to put these? Maybe I'll put them right up here and get a new tube so they're by the silver ones. So we want to, what I want to do is put one side on. Oh, no, there we go. And then we'll measure how long it looks like it's going to end up being before we cut them, and we'll cut the leather again. And I am going to just see about buying some. Okay, what did I miss? Something looks like it's amusing. Aren't all rocks vintage? He's got a good point. Yes, Sam is starting to sell golems. Yeah, those are all things I've packaged up in sort of similar items so that when I go starting to put those in boxes, that I have them in a place where they're all sort of the same. So, didn't mean to tear them all out like that, though. Yeah, Art Beads did used to carry Golem Beads. I'm crappy with barrel knots. I'll be the first to tell you. I can't do a barrel knot to save my life. Hey, Leanna. Oh, me too, Kimberly. I seriously overspend at Sam's sales. And I used to never go to them because I was like, they cost too much. I cannot afford to go to his sales because they cost his beads cost too much. But then I go and I see stuff and I go, oh, but I want that. I really, really want that. It's really pretty beads. And I end up buying them. So, it's like, okay, that's the way you're going to be. But I actually need to stop till I get my credit card I use for my bead stuff down a little bit. But c'est la vie. Now these kind of ends, you push them in till you see the leather coming through. My super glue's already starting to tighten up, so it's not going to come through as well as far as I would like it, but it is past the squish spot. So there's a little spot here. I'll get it closer. Let's not lose our beads. See the little middle part there, right here? That you take and you squish that. You take your pliers and you go in and you squish, and then you turn, because otherwise as you can see, it's wider here than over there. So you turn it and squish again, and then you have that's on pretty darn good. Now the thing is, you can't Hercules those little bands though, because you'll snap them. I once snapped one, not bad enough that it couldn't be used because it took off one side on one side here. Of the 4 attachment spots, it took off one. So I decided it was fine. It could stay. But it was it was not good. So now I'm going to decide. I usually don't do a magnet on a bracelet because let's face it, a bracelet gets too much wear and tear. So I'm going to take off, since I'm going to put that on, I'm going to have another, I'll show you what I'm doing here. Since I'm going to put the other end on, we're going to have the other loop. Then we're going to have a jumper, and then we're going to have a lobster claw. Now, sometimes, if it's a necklace, I'll put a magnetic clasp in, which will take up less space. But the problem being that a magnetic clasp on a bracelet, you're going to put your bracelet down, on the desk. If you're working, you'll put it on the desk, you'll put it on your table, you'll put it in a number of different places. And when you do that, that magnet is going to go, ooh, there's some metal. Let's grab it. Let's pull it over to me. And so your bracelets, unlike your necklaces, because let's face it, it's around your ear, it's around your neck. It's not down here where it's going to grab everything. So a bracelet is fine with a magnetic clasp. And I used to put magnetic clasps on bracelets until I used one myself on one of my own. And like I said, I got to work, And all of a sudden, my bracelet was gathering everything that was metal on my desk. And I was like, ooh, that's not going to work. I can't be having it pull my pins and my all of my office supplies and all that kind of good stuff to it. That just doesn't work. So I stopped using magnetic clasps on bracelets for that reason. So where did I get all the beads on the bracelet? These are ceramic beads, as is the golem bead. I got all of those from our Softlex. And then these are large hole aventurine, and I got those from Dakota Stones. So, and I got the little leather end crimp ins that I'm using here. I got these from Auntie's Beads. So the leather itself I got from Sam's. So I need to put a ending on those. And like I said, I'll probably, if I can't find them, I will order some new crimp covers that to cover up, to put crimps covers on the end of my bracelets here. And see, I could have even gone a little smaller than this because we're at 7 inches right now. Might even be 7.5 or 7 1/4, I should say. It's closer to 7 1/4. By the time we get the hardware on, it's going to be at least 7.5 inches. So a little longer than I really like it to be. But it's going to be all right. So probably put a lobster claw on here. That's what I normally would do. And quite frankly, if it weren't for the fact that I've already attached this, I might even have shortened it a little bit. But I've already got my end on here, and I'm not going to take it off. So my lobster claws. And as you can see, I use a large lobster claw, so this is going to add about this much, so it like a good 1/2 inch. So I really should have made it a little bit smaller, but we're just going to have an extra large bracelet here. So we need some jump rings. I don't think it would make it smaller, but let's see. Come on, go out there. Then make it a little bit smaller. And I can put it on with Tinky Tots instead of mediums, I think. So this is a ball and socket, a smaller ball and socket. They come larger than this one as well, but this is one of the smaller ones. So I think this one might just, it won't make it a lot smaller, but it won't make it a lot bigger either. So hey, Georgina, you're going to go bye-bye? Okay. Have a nice day and have a nice Easter, since Easter is this Sunday. Seems hard to believe, doesn't it? Arguing with me. No arguing with me. There we go. Yeah, see, it's 7 3/4. Though, get over here where you belong. So yeah, it's almost 8 inches actually. I could have taken off a good 1/2 inch of leather. And I still could, but in doing so, I would trash out my little end cap. And I think this was the only one I had small like this. I think the other ones are bigger. So, and I'm not sure that I want to trash out my end cap, but I probably don't want it that long either, but because it's definitely way too big for me. But, and I am going to find some crimp covers to end these. Whether I find the bronze ones that I have around here somewhere, or I find some gold ones, I will put those on right here to hold the beads from rocking and rolling there. So I will be doing that. That's true. That's very true. Someone with a larger wrist really may want it. So we can leave it that length. I just tend to make most of my bracelets 7 to 7.5 because that's the more common size. Though I know that other people do have larger wrists because Angel Florsic has bought bracelets from me before that were, she needed them like 8 inches almost. So so yeah, somebody with a larger wrist might order it. So there's the 2 sides of our golem bead. I think it looks really pretty. Like I said, I need to get some larger crimps. I do have gold crimps, but they're, and I even know where they're at, but they're smaller. And see, they're the regular small size. They would be too small to do what I need them to do here. They won't go over the leather good enough. You need a slightly larger one to go over the leather. So and the strange thing is, again, I know I have at least some bronze ones that are bigger, but I don't know where they're at. They should be here. But again, with my organizing, once I get everything organized, I'll be able to find it easily. But it's not organized yet. So that's the way it goes. So so let's turn back up, and hopefully my tripod won't release because I didn't find a nut for my locking nut yet, which I do need to find. And so, oops, didn't go down quite far enough. We can go a little bit further down. There we go. So there's our bracelet. Like I said, it is almost 8 inches. I did make it a little longer than I wanted to. And it's got the ball and socket closure on it, a little one. And so it is almost 8 inches. It's about 7 3/4. Let's see if we can move this so you can see it better. See, there's the 8 and there's the 7 3/4, so it's like right between them. So it's a little bigger than I would have normally made it, but it is like Kimberly commented, somebody with a larger wrist might want it, and then it would be perfect. Oh my goodness, Leanna, that is small. I thought Randy's wrist was small at like 6 to 6.5, but 5.5. Whoa. You have a tiny wrist, which is 6 inches, Kimberly. So, oh, they always do, sooner or later. I can have stuff on my table that's been there for 2 years, and then all of a sudden somebody grabs it up because they really like it. I don't know how much I'm going to charge for this because a Golem bead is usually about $8. And the green ones are 35 cents a piece, so that's $1.40. How much were my ceramic beads? I don't have it wrote on here, which is very strange because I usually do. I think they were about 50 cents a piece, though, if I remember right. So, 1, 2. So, this baby's not going to be a cheap date because it would be. It's probably about $45 worth of, by the time it's all is said and done. So. Oh, that's too bad, Kimberly, that your bracelet slips off that you bought from Brandy. I bet it was. So anyway, like I said, it's probably going to be between $40 and $45 for this when I finally price it the rest of the way out. And like I said, I have to get some more of these little leather crimp-ins here because I think my other ones that I have here are slightly larger than these are. But if I were to restring this so it could be strung to a slightly smaller size. And that would be easy. But like I said, I need to find my some crimp covers, the proper size of crimp covers, and then I will to finish this off. And then I'll make that final decision of whether I'm going to leave it the length it is or if I'm going to shorten it up. Because I really don't like this length. It feels really long at being almost 8 inches. Like I said, I might leave it alone, and if anybody wants it that's got a smaller wrist, I can always size it down some. It is it is really pretty though. I think it turned out really nicely. But technically it's not quite finished because I do still need to put the the crimp covers on the back side there to finish them off. And so there we go. There is the bracelet. We can make a necklace at a later date. Will still need to get some more of the gold crimp ends. That's actually one of the things I asked Randy to look for me at TF. So, and then some gold crimp covers to finish it. So, what are the beads I used? This one is a Golem bead. It's an older Golem bead. I got it for a few years ago, along with a whole bunch of others I found from Softlex when they had a live sale with them. These ceramic beads are from Softlex. They come on in a strand of about, I don't know if it's 8 or 10. And then these are green aventurine, the green ones, which I got from Dakota Stones. So it did turn out really nicely. I think it's really pretty. But I do need to get some crimp covers that will fit over this leather so the beads won't just slide around on the strand and go wherever they want to, because that's not what I want it to do. So see, even on me, it's about, see, it's quite a bit too big. The leather, it's 2 millimeter leather. No, he won't. I bought this, like I said, 2 or 3 years ago in a live sale from Softlex. I did all of the ones I found have been here for over a year, probably 2 years. So I would very much doubt that any of the patterns that I have here are any that he still sells. Well, I just got it to come back for a few moments, but I think we can call it a day. So, so I think we'll call it a day for right now. We'll see you all later. And I don't have a recorded video for tomorrow, but I will probably try to get one up. And if not, and I'll see everybody Monday. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a really nice Easter. And we'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.